Welcome very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your continued support. When a report emerged that Susan Kihika was allegedly slapped in Karen by Farouk Kibet, William Ruto's personal assistant, I discredited that information. But then there are also latest developments that show that there is a fallout between Deputy President William Samoei Ruto and Susan Kihika. And of course, this is something that is happening after the UDA nominations. I had analyzed in this channel that Susan Kihika was not in good terms with the UDA leaders in Nakuru, that is Bahati MP, Onesmus Kimani Ngunjiri, Jane Kihara, the Naivasha MP, and a host of even the women rep for Nakuru, Madam Chelule. So when nominations happened, and for me, I have been following Susan Kihika, you will realize that since that report emerged, even though she later came out and dismissed that report, but she's never been seen in Karen again. During the signing of Kenya Kwanza document at the Ngong Forest, she was absent, but only shared her photos there. During the UDA nominations, all the candidates, or rather the aspirants that had been given direct tickets, were dispatched in other areas to oversee nominations, and she was not part of any team. So today, she has shared a comment, or shared a post. She shared a post in her Twitter and Facebook page. In fact, I saw it in Facebook. Then I also checked in Twitter and I realized that she's the person who said that. And she's saying that Moses Kuria was very right. There is a word that Moses Kuria thinks I don't know what it means, but that statement was that Niko upande wa Mungu. Niko upande wa Mungu statement was used by Moses Kuria at the Thika rally, the Thanksgiving rally that Moses Kuria was holding in Thika when he arrived from Dubai. Then again, Moses Kuria attended another burial, I think the burial of Ferdinand Waititu's mother in Kiambu. And he repeated that yuko upande wa Mungu, but he cannot go to Azimio. So this issue of upande wa Mungu, many people did not get it. That what does he mean? Because a week later, Moses Kuria joined Kenya Kwanza. So today, Honorable Susan Kihika, who is eyeing the Nakuru governor seat through UDA, is also saying yuko upande wa Mungu. And for me, we may not be privy to what exactly is going on. But what we understand is that in the context of Moses Kuria's using that statement, Moses Kuria really meant that he had not decided whether in Azimio or UDA, but later on he made that decision. Now, what is disturbing? Susan Kihika is a stalwart in UDA. So when he's also saying yuko upande wa Mungu, then there is a likelihood that she is discontent, or rather she has some discomfort within the UDA, and that is very well manifesting. Now, let me tell you people something that is very interesting. During the UDA nominations, part of the nomination structure, people that were overseeing nominations were actually the aspirants that were given direct tickets, and in counties where the governors had direct tickets, they were also overseeing the process. Anne Waiguru was blamed by Jane Mugo, and in Nakuru, Susan Kihika was left in the dark. And what happened is that we saw when Onesmus Kimani Ngunjiri was actually announced a winner, and he celebrated with the rest of the team, even though Jane Kihara, the Naivasha MP, who was a strong supporter of William Ruto, lost in those nominations. So things have really been happening around Susan Kihika, and in my understanding, there is a deliberate effort by Deputy President to humiliate Susan Kihika. You remember at some point I analyzed here that there were just rumors that the mole tag was thrown on her way after it emerged that she was a potential William Ruto's running mate. Now, are those rumors or are those still reports still holding true? Now, what we are realizing today is that there is more than what catches the eye. Now, before we look at what exactly will bring that fallout, one thing I want to mention for you, ladies and gentlemen, is that one, Moses Kuria did another post 1 hour after Susan Kihika. And Moses Kuria was saying that there are many elective seats in this country, but even if you lose any, there are more than 22 million Kenyan voters or of Kenyans who are jobless, and so you can just go and join the team. I want to believe that Moses Kuria, somehow, he was trying to throw a jab to Susan Kihika after Kihika actually mentioned about it, and Susan Kihika even tagged Moses Kuria in that post. So Moses Kuria saw that post. Now, let me also remind you of something that can also help us interpret Susan Kihika's statement. At some point, Susan Kihika was telling the aspirants within UDA that you should not depend on deputy president, or rather don't depend on popularity of deputy president for you to get that seat. These are two things that Moses Kuria had mentioned. The one of the two is the other one that should not depend on deputy president. So what do you think Kihika is saying? And most in my analysis, what I might perceive is that there is an emerging fallout between Deputy President and Susan Kihika. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe, like our video. I normally say when you like our video, the rating goes up, and that's how our channel is promoted. We are at 16,000 subscribers, and I hope that we'll get to 20 very soon. Number one, let me tell you, Susan Kihika is being isolated from Nakuru politics completely. I want you to remember that I think yesterday, and that is the photo, this is the photo you're seeing here. Yesterday, there was an aspirants meeting in Karen. And the aspirants meeting were the Nakuru aspirants who are meeting just to iron out some issues, because Chelule, I think the women rep seat, there was some allegations of the votes that there was irregularities, and of course some of the people who lost in Nakuru were complaining. Jen Kihara, there was also another problem. So what I think Kihika is seeing is that Deputy President has isolated him from the Nakuru politics. But this would be very likely because at some point the leadership of Nakuru were actually complaining, saying that they've been that Susan Kihika is meddling. So that could be number one. Number two is on this allegation that Jen Kihara, the Naivasha MP, lost in the nomination in the hands, I think, someone known as Moink Kihagi. Then there are reports that the ticket, Jen Kihara has been given direct ticket in UDA against the wish of the Nakuru people. So, and remember, Susan Kihika and that Jen Kihara, they don't see eye to eye. So what is happening here? And of course, I want you to watch this video. Of residents of Nakuru protesting about the move for UDA to give direct ticket to Susan Kihara, despite the fact that she lost in the nominations. So that is most likely number two, that she's been left out, and of course she's seeing a fate where the people she thought would not get the tickets are the ones getting it. My third aspect is I think Susan Kihika is protesting about why she has not been given the direct ticket. By the way, even before nominations, Alice Wahome, regarding Geshagwa, and Ndindi Nyoro, I think Didmas Baraza. There are a couple of many UDA leaders, Kimani Chungwa, and had been handed direct ticket, but she's not been given that ticket. What I perceive here is that there is a likelihood that she's seen that kuna kuchezwa, or maybe there are still games that are being laid on table, and maybe there is a likelihood that for her to get that ticket, there are some conditions that have been set. And let me tell you people, I can assure you this, no one is going to be given that direct ticket on a silver platter. Many of those fellas that are getting that, many of those leaders that are getting the direct ticket, those leaders are paying some cash. It is not just given that way. So what could be happening is Susan Kihika has already realized that things are very thick there, and there is a likelihood that they might not even give her that ticket. Because again, the question is, what will she protest on now? The most important thing is to become the governor of Nakuru. That is what she's eyeing. But with the things are not working very well. Then, I think lastly is to capture something that she might have realized, that she was pushed, maybe she was being fronted for the running mate, for the deputy, but reports have emerged that deputy president's running mate most likely would be Kuria Kindiki or any other person from this other side, which means maybe the Kiambu, Nyandarua, Kiambu, Nyeri, or Murang'a. But Kuria Kindiki is standing a prime chance to win that, to get that seat. So what she has also realized is that maybe she was promised, but then tables are turning and she might not get that support. So if this is something that is there, then I can tell you there is a problem, because she's not been so much active into the UDA stuff. She doesn't have an option of leaving, going to another party. That will be a little bit suicidal. Of course, the time is closed, so maybe she decides to go as an independent or something. But then, all in all, what is happening is, I think Susan Kihika is being humiliated. And if you follow this channel, I analyzed at some point that Susan Kihika and Rigathi Gachagua don't meet eye to eye. Susan Kihika don't meet with Alice Wahome and a host of leaders from the other side of Mount Kenya. The reason being, these leaders were working with Kimani Ngunjiri, and Kimani Ngunjiri is seen as now the potential opponent of Susan Kihika. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my analysis on that fallout, and I may not be shocked if she misses UDA ticket and goes as an independent. But all in all, she will be in ballot as a running mate, as a governor candidate or running mate. Then we cannot underestimate. Maybe there was humiliation at Ruto's residence by Farouk Kibet. By the way, I think Kesho I'll do an analysis on this man, Farouk Kibet. Asante.